Hi, welcome to the channel. Dexter here. Today I'll be showing off 10 PS2 games using the PixelFX RetroGem Shiny Edition installed in my PS2 Slim. The PixelFX RetroGem Shiny Edition upscales the PS2's native resolution to 1080p. This 1080p signal will be captured and upscaled by my internal Avermedia 4K capture card. I will be using the default settings on my PixelFX RetroGem at firmware 2.6.1.25. The games will be displayed at 16:9 widescreen with motion adaptive deinterlacing. In order to make things slightly fair, I'll also set my PS2 output to be at 16:9. I'll be showing off 10 games in this video with numbers and letters ranging from A to B. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. I'll try and make more videos like this in the future. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the video. Released in 2004 and developed by EA Redwood Shores and published by Electronic Arts under the EA Games label for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. This game is an action-adventure with a mix of third-person shooting, action sequences, and vehicular sequences. The game's screenplay was written by Bond film writer Bruce Fierstein, based on a story by Danny Bilson and Paul DeMeo. EA Redwood Shores handles most of the development, while the driving portions were created by a separate EA team based in Canada. Everything or Nothing uses a modified version of the game engine used for Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. Resembling a Bond film, the game features most of the Bond cast of the time, including Pierce Brosnan, Judi Dench, John Cleese, and introduces William Dafoe, Heidi Klum, and Shannon Elizabeth. Richard Kiel also reprises his role as the classic Bond villain Jaws. A cyberware scanning machine was used to replicate the actors' faces, and the development team also referenced hundreds of photos and hours of video to fine-tune their appearances. Singer Mia portrays Mia Starling, and also performs the titular song, Everything or Nothing. The game received generally positive reviews. GameStop named it the best PlayStation 2 game of February 2004, and was a runner-up for the publication's annual Best Game Based on a TV or Film Property award. IGN also named it the Game of the Month for February 2004. Actual sales figures are hard to come by, but it was released as a platinum hit on the original Xbox, meaning it sold at least 2 million copies on the console, with VG charts showing sale figures of 2.31 million. It's probably more than that. I find this game a lot of fun. It's not a deep game, but one where the gameplay and story genuinely makes you feel more like Bond as compared to the earlier entries. Graphically and gameplay wise, it still holds up well. The tank level and Defoe's performances as a main villain are true standouts. The PixelFX RetroGem really brings out the details of both the cutscenes and gameplays, and makes it a standout showcase for the console.
Get to that briefcase, Bond. Find a rocket launcher. Well done, 007.
Control. We'll have to hold
done, 007. The evac helicopter is in position.
Almost there, Commander.
Our new rappel gadget is...
Bond, you can dispatch your enemies non-lethally with hand-to-hand combat. Good job, Bond.
If you look up, Bond, you may find a good spot to use the rappel. Excellent. Now simply run towards the wall and you'll be able to climb it.
It's all clear, Bond. Keep moving.
Excellent, 007.
Rappel off that ledge, 007. You will have to find another way around. You can't stop here, Bond. Keep moving.
If I may be so bold, 007, this might be the perfect opportunity to try the spider bomb.
Well done. You've completed your objectives. Now get out of there. Good day, 007. 24 hours ago, Oxford scientist Katya Nadanova was kidnapped while demonstrating top-secret nano-robot technology. Microscopic machine prototypes whose technology must not fall into the wrong hands.
We provided you with a new vehicle for this mission, 007, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, perfect for the rough terrain you'll be traversing. Standard armaments include forward-mounted machine guns and heat-seeking missiles. We're also equipping you with our newest rappel technology, designed to allow you to walk up and down walls freely. It attaches to most ledges and should prove useful on your next mission. Good luck, 007.
We've tracked Dr. Nadanova to this facility. You are to secure the Doctor and destroy the nanobot prototypes. Good luck, 007.
I'll use that last explosive here. These flames present a bit of a problem.
Yes, 007, but there should be an emergency shut-off valve somewhere nearby.
Drop your weapon. Now!
Sorry, gentlemen, but I have a train to catch.
Dr. Nadanova is on that train. You must find a way to get on board.
Released in 2002, developed by Eurocom for consoles and Gearbox for PC, and published by Electronic Arts for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Windows, 007 Nightfire also came out later on the Mac OS and Game Boy Advance. Nightfire features a single and multiplayer mode. The single-player mode is very much based on the GoldenEye mold of where you follow a story along with completing a series of objectives. The multiplayer mode allows you to engage with other players as well as AI bots. The single-player game has shooting and driving sections. The driving sections involve the use of gadgets to take out your enemies. The driving sections were developed by Savage Entertainment. The PC version had no driving sections, making them exclusive to the console versions. According to Gearbox at the time, they needed to focus on completing the single and multiplayer modes, and weren't able to complete the driving sections. The game was originally called 007 Phoenix Rising, before the name was changed. The Bond character was based on the likeness of Pierce Brosnan, and was voiced by Maxwell Caulfield. Nightfire was the first time a Bond game featured an original song, Nearly Civilized, performed by Estero. Reception for the game was pretty favorable. It was a runner-up for the GameSpot's annual Best Shooter on GameCube. award, which went to Timesplitters 2. The game sold more than 5 million copies across all platforms and was given the Platinum label on both the PS2 and Xbox. As a follow-up to GoldenEye on the N64, the game is a lot of fun. The addition of modern aiming options in the options menu is a welcome addition. The graphics hold up well. The voice acting of the lead can take you out of the game a bit since he sounds nothing like Pierce Brosnan, but the story and gameplay serve it well. The driving sections aren't that great, but serve as a nice palate cleanser between missions. Well worth the go for Bond fans. The PixelFX RetroGem really brings out the game's graphics. Though the draw distance on the PS2 makes far-off enemies look quite blurry, the character models are quite pleasing up close.
Can I offer you a lift? Just a bit closer. Almost there, 007.
The stolen device is in that truck. If we hurry, we can still catch it. By the way, who are you?
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Smoke screen online.
007, I've equipped your Aston Martin V12 Vanquish with several armaments which should aid to the successful completion of your mission.
The bomb is on board that truck! Look out! Up ahead!
Q-Wedge online.
Must intercept the truck before it reaches its target.
That bridge is your best chance, 007. Use your turbo booster.
Turbo boost online.
Missiles will detonate the bomb, 007. Use the EMP projectiles.
EMP online.
Happy New Year, James.
Happy New Year indeed, Dominique.
Good evening, 007. A redesigned piece of missile guidance hardware intended for the orbiting US space weapons platform has been stolen. NATO has advised that recovery is critical. Should an unfriendly power reverse engineer this device, the platform's global defense capabilities would be severely compromised. Recent intelligence implicates Raphael Drake in the theft. Hard to believe, as Drake is a respected green industrialist whose Phoenix International dismantles obsolete atomic reactors and decommissions nuclear arsenals. An Allied agent planted in Drake's organization reports that Alexander Mayhew, a British expatriate who heads Phoenix's Japanese branch, is en route to Drake's castle in Austria. The stolen guidance device will change hands tonight during a formal gathering at the castle. Drake's security teams are hardened men. As a W agent, you may have to answer aggression with aggression. Good luck, Bond.
Schieben müssen. Meine Füße sind völlig eingefroren.
Ich hab ihn!
kommen Sie denn her?
Confirmed that Agent Nightshade and the deep cover operative will rendezvous with you in the castle library. I trust you'll maintain a low profile, 007. .007. The guests won't take kindly to firearms. Keep them hidden to maintain a low profile. Do I know?
Enjoy the party.
Bond, head for the stairs. Drake's about to address his guests in the grand ballroom.
Excuse me.
Thank you all for accepting my invitation this evening. Your generous gifts have ensured the success of our World Refugee Fund. Once again, my gratitude to all for making the journey here. And now, cocktails are waiting for you in the salon. I have business to attend to. Play the hostess, won't you, darling?
Head for the library, 007.
James!
You're the deep cover agent?
Oh, it's not as deep as it looks.
Sorry to interrupt your debriefing, 007. Agent Nightshade, CIA.
Dominique Paradis, French intelligence.
Mayhew's arrived with the stolen guidance device.
Drake just went to the conference room. I would imagine he's meeting Mayhew there. Take this key. You won't get far without it. I'd better get back to the party before I am missed.
MI6 wants surveillance photos of that exchange.
Right. I'll create a distraction for you while you make your way to the conference room.
Is that dress standard company issue, Nightshade?
Don't get any ideas, 007. It's armored in all the right places.
Based on the hit Fox television series, 24 the game was developed by Sony Computer Entertainment Studio Cambridge and published by 2K in 2006 exclusively on the PS2. Taking place in between the events of the second and third season of the show, the game includes third-person shooting, driving, and puzzle sections. It is based upon the format of the show, with each chapter in the game taking place over the period of 1 hour in-game time. The show features the voice and likeness of the show's cast and is composed and written by the original crew of the TV show. The game received mixed reviews, with most outlets agreeing that it was primarily made and would be enjoyed by fans of the show. Sales figures aren't widely known, but the game is generally not considered to have sold well. Playing it today, the game holds up even worse than its heyday. It's mostly a vehicle for the show, which wasn't that amazing to begin with. If you're a fan of Jack Bauer's antics from the show, you might enjoy a playthrough, but you won't get much else out of the experience. The PixelFX RetroGem comes off quite poorly this time. The game looks far too bland originally, and it looks very washed out and dark when being played at 1080p. While not a fault of the upscaler itself, it doesn't show the console or the upscaler in a positive light. This is one of those games that was highly dependent on CRT scan lines to hide the game's graphical flaws.
Kinda later, they've got the ship rigged. We tripped the switch. They don't know we're here yet. They will soon.
Damn it. We're heading in. We need to get on board and stop the detonation of the Ryzen cargo. Maintain positions. We cannot afford to make any mistakes. Let's go! We need to get inside the ship. Spread out and take it slow.
Affirmative, sir. Taking cover. In position. Hostile spotted.
Hostile down.
All clear. Move forward. Doors locked. Explosive breach needed. Priming breach charge. Hostile spotted. Take cover positions. Hostile down. Following your lead.
taking cover. Hostile spotted.
Hostile down.
Hostile down. Following your lead, sir. Move up! Hostile spotted. Following your lead, sir.
Hunter, hold position here.
Yes, sir. Move up! Move up! It's an ambush! Hostile down!
Hostile down.
Hostile down! Following your lead.
Hostile down.
Do we know where the ricin will be stored?
Probably in one of the forward cargo holds.
Hostile spotted.
Hostile down. Hostile down.
Before the ricin is released.
Could be any minute. We've got to keep moving.
Get down! Take cover! Hostile down! Hostile down! Hostile down!
Hostile down.
We'll have to go this way, sir. Following your lead, sir.
Die! Hostile down. Die!
Move up!
Jack, it's Michelle. We have a bomb squad
Priming
on their way.
breach
They're following
charge.
you in.
I copy.
They're all dead, sir. What's going on here?
It's the ship's original crew. They must have been killed when the ship was taken over.
Up there! It's the bomb! Following your lead.
Can you defuse this? If not, I need to know right now.
I can defuse it.
What do you need from me?
Nothing. Once I set up, we'll be good to go.
CTU, O'Brien.
Chloe.
Chase.
I've been given a job by Carr.
Do you think they're on to you?
No. No, if they were onto me, I'd be dead by now. These guys don't mess around. Whatever they're working on is something big, and I need to get to the bottom of it.
Jack, what's your status?
How much longer?
I'm starting now.
Stand by. Starting bomb defusal.
With this type of bomb, it should be a case of following the master signal back through its relay paths and shorting out the trigger circuitry. Okay, that's the first stage. Just one more. That's it, I've done it.
Alpha Team Leader, we have defused the detonator.
Copy that. Sending in hazmat to take care of the payload.
Do you have any eyes on the arms shipments?
Negative. Nothing here but empty gun containers. Looks like the ship's already been offloaded.
Put the guns away. I said put the guns away.
Those are the blueprints you wanted. Now let's talk about where I stand in this organization.
We'll tell you where you stand, and if you don't like it, you...
I can what? I've been running errands for you for the past year and a half, and I've got nothing to show for it. Now unless I start being cut in, I walk.
I know how doing these pissant jobs kills you. I know you want more. You're gonna get more. A buddy of ours, a guy by the name of Ricky Roberts, is gonna be pulling a small hit for us later today. He got together with a group of people, and they've proven to be pretty resourceful.
I heard Ricky Roberts moved out west.
He did. The hit's going down in L.A.
So who pissed you off so much that you've hired some surfer boy convert to kill him?
Developed and released by Namco in 2004, Ace Combat: The Unsung War is the fifth entry in the long-running Ace Combat series of games. The game has an arcade and campaign mode, where you pilot an aircraft and complete a series of missions within an allotted time. Namco also brought out the Ace Combat Flight Stick 2 as a bundle accessory for the game. The accessory is compatible with Ace Combat 4's Shattered Skies and Ace Combat Zero: The Valken War. The game was received generally positively, but didn't show a major improvement over the previous entries. It took a "it isn't broke, don't fix it" approach to the game design, and mostly focused on graphics and integrating the story with the gameplay, which was praised by critics. The game sold close to 2 million copies, which fell short of the number achieved by its predecessor. That being said, it was still considered a hit. I find the game to be a lot of fun. The story is very PS2, and is hit and miss in its direction, but the dogfighting is pure Ace Combat. If you enjoyed the dogfighting sections in Infinite Warfare, you'll find something to sink your teeth into in Ace Combat. The PixelFX RetroGem really shows off the game's graphics. I was impressed by the smoke trails and the particle effects on show. The plane models are a fun sight for those interested in such things. I'm not sure about their accuracy, but I always get a kick out of seeing different sections of the plane move as I'm dogfighting.
自国内で核兵器を使う愚罪を犯したベルカ人。その無残を目にした戦勝国たちは自らの武器を捨てようと心に誓った。世界に平和が訪れた。彼らのおかげでそれは永久に続くかと思われた。平和から最も遠いこの島で平和を守って飛ぶ彼ら。 その時私は空中にいた。編隊長機の後席から演習をカメラに収めようとしていた。全席が地上に向けて吠えている。
無茶言うな。新米のメンバー見てんだぜこっちは。通信指令室より報告。不明編隊のコースガンバーズ岬を起点に378から302。バートレット対3のとも期待しか間に合わない。レガー、清掃、指令につけ。強化のみで新番機を眠れる。残りは抵抗に期待しろ。
すまねえな。そんな場合でもないだろうに、隊長は私に謝った。教官の一機は着陸時にクラッシュして死に、もう一人は空の上ですでに死んでいた。この人の責任ではない。国籍不明機がためらいなく撃ってきたことは、そして練習生を逃がした先が敵の真正面だったことは。通信指令室が間違えたゼロのために8人が死んだ。あの07の機体、あのパイロットの反撃は見事でした。
見てられん。流せ。あんな飛び方してたら死ぬぞ。
死にません。
ただ一人生き残った新米パイロットがささやくように言った。
虫も殺しませんって面してやがるぜ。
私の向けたカメラに彼女はわずかに微笑んだ。その写真はカメラごと基地守備兵に取り上げられた。宣戦布告なく行われた戦闘の証拠が拭われていく。文明を離れた国境の島へ取材に来たのは、ユニークな男が隊長にいると聞いたからなのだが、これほどとは思わなかった。この古つわものに鍛えられれば、若者たちも手強いパイロットに育つだろう。そのはずは正体不明機の侵入でついえた。残った部下は永瀬少尉。今日は地上にいた若いパイロットが数人。
文句の山ほどもあろうが人手も足りん。明日からは新米どももスクランブル配置だ。上では俺のそばから離さん。永瀬。
はい。
お前は俺の2番機だ。目をつけてねえと何しでかすかわからん。
諸君、楽にしたまえと言いたいところだが、そうもいかん。由々しき緊急事態である。ブリーフィングを進める。
オーシア連邦領空に再び国籍不明機が侵入した。侵入したのは高高度を行く戦略偵察機であることが確認されている。警告にかかわらず領空侵犯を続行したため、オーシア沿岸防衛隊がサムをすでに発射した。ミサイルは国籍不明機に命中したが、撃墜には至っていない。被弾した機は一転洋上への離脱を目指し、高度を下げつつも依然として飛行中である。国籍不明機を捕捉し、正体を解明するため地上へ強制着陸させよ。なお、許可あるまで発砲は禁ずる。
せよ。猛毒各機、発砲は禁ずる。繰り返す。発砲は禁ずる。
聞いたな、ひよっこども。
2番機了解。
3番機了解。4番、野尻。おい、聞こえてるか、キッド。ちゃんとついてきてるか、最後尾。返事だけは一人前だな。話されるな。やれやれ。俺今回くじに勝って3番機でよかったぜ。黙れ、アルミ H ダベンポート白い。お前も何かあだ名で呼ばれたいのか？自分を呼ばれるならチョッパーであります。それ以外では応答しないかもしれないであります。それは実にお前らしい呼び名だが、俺は心の中ではもっと別の名でお前を呼ぶ。いいか？勘弁してくれよ。お客さんだ、行くぞ。許可あるまで発砲は禁止する。いいか？返事がねえぞ。聞こえてるのか？おしゃべり小僧、チョッパー。俺はだな、それかい。お前は漫談の才能がある。一つ降伏勧告をやってもらえんか？どうかご自分で。俺は人見知りの癖があってな。国籍不明機に次ぐ。我々の誘導に従って進路を取れ。いいぞ。最寄りの飛行場へ誘導する。了解したらギアダウンしろ。警報。さらに数機の国籍不明機が接近。方位280、高度6000。高速の小型機4機。命令あるまで発砲は禁ずる。海を越えて偵察機の機関援護に来るとは殊勝な奴らだ。それでこそ戦闘機だぜ。それ、方位280、ヘッドオン。いいか、俺がいいと言うまで発砲するんじゃねえぞ。よーし、いい子だ。喋りすぎだ。目立ってんだよお前。
敵地だ。十分に注意しろ。八方は各自の勢力に一任する。ハートブレイク1からカンティへ異常ないか。よーし、このまま行くぞ。すべての国籍不明機の撃墜を確認。こちらは隊長機、俺の声が聞こえるか。よーし、全機よく聞こえる。みんな生きてるな。よーし、いい子ちゃんたちだ。4番機、ちゃんとついてきてるか。よーし、全員生還の今日の良き日の記念に、今後編隊内のどこにいてもお前のことはキッドと呼ぶ。いいな、分かったな。やるだぜ。
Alien Hominid is a re-released version of the Flash game that was originally on the website Newgrounds. It was developed by Tom Falk and animated by artist Dan Paladin. Since then, it has been released on a lot of platforms, including the PS2, GameCube, Xbox, Game Boy Advance, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and Windows. The game is a side-scroller in the tradition of Metal Slug and is a showcase of Dan Paladin's humor and artistic skill. The game has received positive reviews from critics and loads of awards. It was nominated for GameSpot's annual Funniest Game Award, which went to Grand Theft Auto's San Andreas. Its sequel is currently in development. The HD version is also available on Steam. Actual sales numbers for the original release aren't known, but it has been suggested that it sold close to 1 million copies. The game is so much fun. It's Metal Slug, but it's so much harder. It wears its Flash influence on its sleeve, but never lets it hold it back, or makes it feel like a budget game. Highly recommended. The PixelFX RetroGem makes this game look absolutely gorgeous. The colors pop on screen, and you can clearly make out every detail in the art and animation. Play it now. the sixth game in the Arc the Lad series, and the first to be released in 3D, came out exclusively on the PS2 in 2003. Arc the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits was developed by Catacall and is executive produced by Tekken creator Seiichi Ishii. The game is a story-driven RPG with tactical RPG elements. Rather than a grid-based system, you're free to move around the battle area and target enemies. The game follows two protagonists and you play their stories back to back. The game received generally positive to mixed reviews. It received praise for the story and combat, but criticism for balancing, voice acting, and lack of side quests. Sales numbers aren't well known, but it is generally considered that the game sold about or under 500,000 copies. I love this game. It's not the most complex RPG in terms of story or gameplay, but it's so much fun. Everything here from the graphics to the combat is incredibly solid. It's well worth a play. The PixelFX RetroGem fares extremely well in the game's cutscenes, but not as well when in gameplay. There is a weird dithering effect which makes it look like you're seeing double whenever you play the game. This effect pretty much necessitates the use of scanlines while playing it. It's unknown if the issue is due to the motion adaptive deinterlacing or simply because of the game's graphics.
All right. Ready? Let's go, Lloyd.
Karg, you can do it.
Right. Let's begin. You're showing a lot of improvement. Hang on. We're not finished yet. How's that? Well done.
ago, people lived in peace with the spirits. But a divine ruler with an evil heart appeared, and he used the power of science to try to rule the world. However, many brave people stood up against this ruler. Borrowing the power of the spirits, they defeated the evil ruler, and they sealed his body inside an ark. Do you know what an ark is? It's like a box that holds mysterious power.
Wow. So the bad guys always lose, right?
Well, the divine ruler came back to life thousands of years later to take his revenge for being imprisoned for so long.
Really? Then what happened?
Coming back to life and escaping from the ark, the divine ruler had taken a very strange form, one never seen before on this earth. And then he tried to destroy the world. However, there appeared a great hero and a holy mother who carried on the will of all those brave souls of the past, and they stood up to fight this evil divine ruler. It was a long and fierce battle, but in the end, they defeated the divine ruler and sealed him in the ark once more. However, as a result of all this, the world was badly scarred, and the spirits disappeared from the face of the earth. But something else appeared in their place, beings called Deimos. Humans and Deimos loathed each other, and this led to fierce confrontation. In time, the world was divided in two, with humans living in one half and Deimos in the other. And eventually, it became strictly forbidden for humans and Deimos to associate with one another.
Justice shall prevail! Paulette! Take this! Die!
Here I come! Ha! Card!
Too slow! Justice shall prevail! Take this! Die!
You, huh? Ha!
Die!
Oh!
Finish it!
I'm trying my best.
Ha!
Ha! I'll take that. Oh!
You'll never defeat me! More power!
Prepare yourself. Hi-ya! Ha! Yeah! Felt good, huh? Oh! Oh!
Justice shall prevail! It's ours now! Take this! Ha!
I'll take that. Prepare yourself. Hi-ya! Ha! Yeah! Oh!
Let's go! Ah!
Released in 2000, Armored Core 2 was the fourth game in the series and a launch game for the PS2 in North America. It was developed exclusively for the PS2 by From Software and published by H-Tech in North America. The game is a third-person mech action simulation game with a heavy emphasis on mech loadouts and customization. There is a campaign and local multiplayer mode, where you can battle with 2 custom armored cores. The game received positive to mixed reviews. The gameplay was lauded for its complex nature, but the graphics were seen as being basic and functional at the PS2 launch. The game sold nearly 1 million copies and helped increase the popularity of the Armored Core series outside of Japan. I find the game to be fun, but very difficult to get into unless you're willing to sink some time into it. There's a lot of intricacies which, if you're not into the Armored Core series, you probably won't find interesting. The combat, while functional, isn't groundbreaking, but did set the series up well for the sequels on the console. The PixelFX RetroGem makes this game look absolutely beautiful. The game is very basic in terms of design and graphics, but everything from the mech to the HUD to the particle effects look amazing. Given that From Software managed this at the launch of the PS2, it does put a lot of other games to shame.
Earth Year 223. In the wake of the final war known as the Great Destruction, mankind was forced underground. But with the discovery of the pre-war Mars immigration project, the human race would again prosper and flourish. The age of conflict in the subterranean world was finally over, and the newly established government made restoration of the devastated environment its priority. Emigration to Mars was encouraged, but this influx of settlers posed a threat to law and order on the Red Planet. Corporations that were all-powerful during the subterranean era lost their foothold when the government was created. But with a new planet, ripe for exploration, they discovered opportunities to regain their strength.
You know the drill. This mission will test your abilities. The test is simple. All you have to do is destroy all MTs that have entered this region. Should you succeed, you will be registered as a Raven in the arena. If you fail, you die. I'll accompany you as an observer, but only in that capacity. Keep this in mind.
Here they are. Time to see what you learned on Earth.
System engaged.
Go straight along the road and clean them out. So, the leader is headed your way. Take him out. Piloting abilities are impressive. Congratulations. From now on, you are a Raven.
Objective achieved.
Prototype MTs are malfunctioning and running loose in the Bundle MT factory. The cause of this may be the electromagnetic field surrounding a meteor that fell nearby. As the malfunctioning MTs are only prototypes, they are weakly armed. No major damage is expected, but we cannot let them run amok. Your mission assignment is the destruction of all malfunctioning MTs. Good luck.
System engaged.
The gates between blocks have been closed to prevent the damage from spreading. Destroy all MTs in each of the blocks. Doing so will open the gates one by one. Block B has been released.
Cannot unlock gate. Cannot unlock gate. Cannot unlock gate.
Also known as Cybernator, Assault Suits Valken was developed by NCS Corp. And originally released in 1992 for the Super Nintendo. It is the second game in the Assault series, and a prequel to the game Target Earth. The PS2 version was released in 2004. It features high-resolution graphics, a new translation, upgraded sounds, an arranged soundtrack, new artworks, and higher difficulty as well. It also restored some of the censored content from Cybernator. The game was later released as Assault Suits Valken Declassified for the Nintendo Switch. It was also released for the Wii and Wii U on the Nintendo eShop. The game is a 2D side-scrolling mecha action game. The game was received better on the Super Nintendo versus the PS2. Although it garnered a lot of acclaim in the 16-bit era, the gameplay received mixed to positive reviews in its subsequent releases. Much praise was lauded for the atmosphere, gameplay, and graphics. Sales for the game are unknown, but given its limited release in PAL and Japanese territories, they're considered to be lukewarm. I find the game to be a lot of fun. The difficulty is definitely ramped up from the SNES version, but it's not unreasonably difficult. There is a charm that's lost from the 16-bit pixel graphics, but that doesn't make it an unworthy upgrade. It's well worth a go on any platform you find it on. The PixelFX RetroGem represents the game in great form. From the thumping soundtrack to the great visuals, it's an absolute treat to look at. Batman Vengeance is a 2001 game released on the PS2, GameCube, Xbox, Game Boy Advance, and Windows. It was developed and published by Ubisoft and was based on the new Batman Adventures animated series. It features voice actors from the show reprising their roles, including the late great Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. It's presented as an episode of the animated series. The game is a mostly linear story-driven third-person action game with first-person context-specific sections. The game received mixed to average reviews that praised its dedication to recreating the look of the animated series, which was marred by clunky gameplay. It's said to have sold slightly less than 700,000 copies. Though I like the game, I can't overlook its faults. The gameplay you can get used to. Everything else feels like this was a PS1 game ported last minute to the PS2. Even the cutscene quality is low, bitrate atrocious. The story is okay, and everything in the package is enough to make this the second best Batman game on the PS2. The PixelFX RetroGem struggles to make this game look good. The game is either always too bright or too dim. I blame the game rather than the upscaler. I've seen how good PS2 cutscenes look outputted via HDMI, and this game offers the worst example of that.
For every painted Mary misses, Joker lights a few. you live through this, you get one more chance. 5 million or Toby takes a permanent nap. Jay.
Run a profile on this woman. Her name's Mary Flynn.
Sure. Is she in some kind of trouble?
It's the Joker. And maybe more. Something about this woman doesn't add up. I'm gonna work on the obstacle course. Run Alfred's training program for me.
Sure thing.
Good evening, Master Bruce. I hope you're managing to scrape by despite my absence. I took the liberty of recording one of our training sessions. Trust you will find it useful. We'll begin with a bit of bat grapple training. If you'll be so kind as to activate the grapple. Very good, sir. Once the grapple is aimed at a suitable target, the crosshairs turn red and you may fire at your leisure. Of course, you're still free to move about while the grapple is activated. When the cord has entirely retracted, the grapple will automatically release. I'd strongly suggest retrieving your equipment from the higher platforms before we continue with training. You've uncovered some back cuffs. Well done. A little restraint can go a long way. You can avoid a fight altogether by sneaking up behind an adversary with a pair of cuffs. Also, by leaving him cuffed once you've knocked a criminal down, you can be sure he won't come back to pester you. Good batarangs. Of course, you know how useful they are. Much better for disarming an enemy than knocking him out. Of course, with a little diligence and a handful of batarangs, you probably could render a grown man unconscious, but it is a bit wasteful. Very good, sir. You may want to use your cape for the return to ground level. By stretching it taut, you can glide quite a distance. Good show, Master Bruce. We'll move right along now to the use of the batarang. To strike with enough precision to knock a weapon from a man's hand, you'll need to take careful aim. With a little practice, you can strafe around your target without losing your aim. Once you have your target in your sights, the crosshairs turn red. Very good, Master Bruce. Perhaps now we should brush up on your fisticuffs, as it's so often the only common language between criminals and justice. Of course, you have a wide variety of the martial arts at your disposal. Perhaps you could practice a few attacks on the training post. You may find some of your opponents a smidgen more clever than a metal post. A healthy defense will make sure you're still standing after your opponent has been defeated. There are few men in the world as skilled in as wide a variety of martial arts as you, Master Bruce, but there is only so much you could practice at home. Nicely done, Master Bruce. But fighting is not always the healthiest option. As you well know, with deep shadows and a little caution, you can slip past most opponents without resorting to your fists. If you hug the walls, you'll have a better chance of staying in the shadows and out of sight. By staying close, you can peer around corners without revealing yourself. A little foresight and a batarang or two can be a striking combination, as you can take aim around corners without revealing your position. Let's try a small test. Use your stealth skills to slip past this sentry post. If you can turn it off by the switch on the opposite side of the room, you'll have beaten the challenge. Terribly sorry, sir, but the object of the exercise is to avoid detection. I'm afraid you'll have to begin again. Very good, sir. We'll move on to one final training sequence, this one to perfect your free fall. The challenge is to use your cape to slow or speed your fall as necessary. Trust yourself to grapple back to safety before you reach bottom. Wonderful, sir. That completes our training. You've done splendidly, Master Bruce. You never cease to amaze. I pity the criminal who comes between you and justice. If you need any more assistance, you'll always find Batgirl dutifully answering her communicator.
Find anything?
Just questions with no answers.
Try me.
Well, Toby was reported kidnapped to the police 4 days ago. Before that, nothing. Didn't go to school, wasn't even born. Same goes for Mary. I've got an address on the apartment she just moved into, and that's it.
That's impossible. Nothing else at all?
Not a thing. I don't know if you can save these people, Batman. They're already ghosts.
music and play a while. Doo-da, doo-da. Guarantee I'll make you smile. Oh, the doo-da day.
Not now, Pooh. My audience who waits. After that, we're home free. Our friend in tights takes the bait, takes a dive, and then we string him up and drop him in the drink. Any questions?
Yeah, well, boss, a couple of the guys and I were thinking that since we're fighting the bat and all that, maybe we're not getting paid as much as we should. I mean, when I was working for the Penguin, we were getting benefits in a 401k.
Well, now you're working for Mr. J, you chowderhead. He'll do what he says and take what he gives and hope it is not a bullet.
Baby, you're the best.
What the? Huh?
This is a 2006 first-person shooter game made by Criterion, the makers of Burnout, and published by EA. It was released on the PS2 and Xbox. The game is a first-person shooter that focuses on its cinema-styled action and destructible environments. There is a plot underlying the game's missions, but it's more of an afterthought and should be completely ignored. There was a sequel in development that was dropped due to creative differences with EA. The game was extremely well received with even critics who gave it an average score, saying that its limited 6-hour campaign was an intense good time. Sales for the game are recorded at around 1.5 million units. I love this game. As a huge fan of Burnout 3, I was all for Criterion's vision for first-person shooters, and there's still very few games like this on the market to this day. Your bullets break everything. Every car explodes, every bullet hitting an enemy elicits a response. This is Arnold's Commando in game form, and I'm here for it. The PixelFX RetroGem shows this game in all its glory. I played this game on the Xbox Series X through backwards compatibility, and this game's graphics outputted by the Upscaler compares very favorably to that version. It doesn't look as sharp, obviously, but the smoke environmental effects look a lot more natural on the PS2 versus the over-sharpened emulated version on the Series X.
Keller, J. Sergeant First Class, serial number 717-8412. Iran, Guatemala, Colombia, Croatia. Very impressive.
I know what you're trying to do, sir. It ain't gonna work.
No, Sergeant Keller, you don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm here to clean up this mess. If you cooperate. If I walk out that door, everything you did will be declassified. You will be convicted, you will be discharged, you will spend the rest of your life in prison. Very well, Sergeant. Have it your way.
Wait. What do you want me to do?
Tell me everything you know about 7th Wave.
Weapons dealers. Heavy hitters dealing mostly in high-spec, former Eastern Bloc hardware. Clients began to include terrorist cells. 7th Wave was escalated to priority status after they took out 9 agency spooks. Coordinated executions. Division wanted 7th Wave taken out with extreme prejudice. Intel zeroed in on 3 possible targets. Valencia was the boss. Ruben and Yevtushenko were the muscle. 3 teams were tasked with Overwatch until it was time to take them out. I had one of those teams. Intel suspected the Brits, Chinese, and Israelis had teams in the area. Everyone was after these guys.
Who was the 4th man?
Gun for hire. Didn't think much of him at the time.
What went wrong?
We got made.
Hammerhead 6-2, this is Alpha 2-9. We have eyes on 2-5. Hammerhead 6-2, this is 2-5. We're pinned down. I have multiple casualties. Request priority medevac on my location. 5-1, this is 3-1. I'm on the other side of the block. I'm coming to you now. Over. What you guys got? 5-1, this is Hammerhead 6-2. TRAP advises streets barricaded to the north. We are circling around you to find an alternate route. Over. Copy that, 6-2. Погнали! Цели! Say again, your last we did not copy. This is 2-5, I say again. We're pinned down. I have multiple casualties. Request priority medevac on my location. Copy that. Hammerhead 6-2, this is Alpha 2-9. We have eyes on 2-5. DC receiving heavy fire. Multiple hostiles inbound from 5-1's location. Request AC-130 gunship support. Negative 2-9. QRF is en route to reinforce. Rally on their position and do what you can. Let's get on top of it. Copy that, Ambulance 7-1. Provide overwatch for Echo 5-1. They are moving to Rally Point Z, over. Copy that, on station. They're coming in through the wall.
Stand by, 5-1. 5-1, that is a negative. Do not pursue the package. Hold your position and secure the location. Do you copy?
Be advised, target Stark's 2 still in the perimeter. Target 4 has just entered the building west of Bravo team.
Bravo here, I'm going in.
Negative, hold your position, Bravo.
Moving to intercept.
You will hold your position, Bravo.
I can't wait here, I'm moving out.
Продолжаем.